Alright, it's going. Alright, it's going. Man.
Ratings and salivations.
Exactly. Greetings and salivation taters.
You know what's funny is that I was going back and checking out the most recent stream. Well, before this one,
Yeah.
and I just realized how crap my mic is. Yeah, and yeah, I got to think about it. I was like, man, it's like I need to get me a new gaming mic. Like this thing sucks.
Well, I honestly don't have any problem hearing you or hearing you on the stream, but I mean, if you feel like you need
Well,
to.
yeah, well, I mean, just listening to it, it sounds like I got a pillow over me, So, yeah, I'm just like, man, yeah, it was irritating just to listen to. I mean, I'm not one for much for listening to me talk anyway, but just listening to that, it just irked me, to use your word.
Exactly. You done all you need to do here?
It irked me. Let me see. Let me see.
Let me chi. Let me chimichanga.
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, right. Let's see if we can... Oh, we can't get to that yet. Alright.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Time One Spire. Have we been there? I'm trying to go to some places we haven't been to. No, we've been there. I don't think we've been here. I know we haven't been here. Let's just go to this one first.
Alrighty.
Because, yeah, they all pop up randomly up here every time you go on one. I'm like, why doesn't it just have all of them up there and you just choose from them? Or have where certain ones are certain levels and you can't get into them until you get up to certain tier levels or what have you. I don't know.
Well, when you think about it, that would make the most sense because, given the fact that all the pods fell out of the sky, they would
Yep.
land in certain locations. So why would the mission markers change?
Exactly.
I mean, the only way I could see that is if, like, they did land somewhere, but then somebody went and stole it. But, that still wouldn't make sense because you'd have to figure, okay, well, somebody stole it. We've updated the, things. I don't know. It just, yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, I guess I could kind of see it's like, okay, well, here's the mission where it currently is, and then, another faction stole it from the other factions, and now it's over here, but I don't know. I think that's just overcomplicating it.
Yeah, exactly.
If they were going to go that far into it.
Far with the mighty, and his people are dead.
Oh my.
Die, you son of a bitch.
Dead. They're coming from everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Santa's gonna get you.
Here's over for your kind.
I love it. Like right before I get hit, they end up getting frozen.
Yeah.
Just get frozen in midair or something. It's great.
Oh, we got Big Bad Mama over here.
She ain't getting her food stamps for the month. She mad.
Yeah. Damn, I hate being in this circle.
When Papa Biden gonna give me my food stamps?
Yeah, about the same time that Uncle Obama's going to pay for your gas. And I was trapped between a group of enemies and a tree. How stupid is that?
Dirt to dirt. I'm trying to determine which game I'm going to start with first on the Series S. It was kind of funny yesterday. I ended up messaging Tanya like before she took the dogs to the park, and I said, "Hey, did it show up?" And she sent me a voice message. She said, "Yes, something showed up for you, and I put it on your desk." And and I said, "Woohoo!" I said, "Yeah, that's definitely the Xbox." I said, "Obviously, it's got to be. I didn't order anything else." And she said, I told her, I said, "Well, open it when you get back." She said, "All right." And so she never told me that she had opened it, but when I had mentioned, because I was just messing around with her, I was playing with her because I joke around with her a lot. I was messing around with her a little later, and I said, "Did you open it?" I said, "How is it?" And she said, "Well," she says, "I haven't done it yet. I was fixing to get into the shower." And I said, "Oh," I said, "You're going to take the Xbox in the shower?" I said, "No." And she just kind of laughed about it a bit, but in order to just completely interrupt the conversation, before she did that, she ended up sending me a message. She says, I don't know why I can't change the speed." I said, "What are you talking about?" And she says, "On the video," she said, "I sent you a video." And I said, "I didn't get no video." And then she finally sent it again, and I got it, and it was that video that I sent you, and I was wondering whether or not it was still the same speed. Was it the same speed when I sent it to you? Because it went like, it was slow motion for like the entire thing, pretty much.
Well, it started off normal, and then it went to slow motion. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, because of the fact that what oh God, what Tanya ended up saying. I don't know why in the world I ended up saying her name.
Yeah, you're kind of revealing your spank material there, buddy.
Tanya ended up going and recording a video of the dogs, but obviously she wanted it to just be in normal mode. And I think Baker's going to try to normalize it, see what she can do with editing it. And I don't know why I'm exploring. This is an expedition.
It's in your blood.
Yeah, no kidding. For like every game I play. But she she wanted to normalize it, but I started cracking up at work. I went to the bathroom just to sit in there to watch the video, and as soon as I started doing that, I just like started laughing. I wasn't loud or nothing about it, because I guess that'd be kind of weird to hear a laugh coming from a toilet stall. But actually, no, I wouldn't be surprised at that on some of the things that people talk about on the phone. Oh my gosh, I got frozen. But anyways, I was like, yeah, I said, I'm going to send this to John and see what he thinks about it. But she was basically mentioning to Loki about, she's like, "I'm going to get your stick," because, you know, like I said, he started messing around with sticks at the park now, and they're playing with the other dogs. And the little fluffy one there is Skipper, which is her grandmother's dog, so that's our dog now, on top of Loki himself, who tries to act like the pack leader, the one with the stick. And she says, "I'm going to get it. I'm going to get your stick." And I just started cracking up, dude. And
I'm going to get your stick. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But and then as the video was going on, she was talking about the other dogs. She said, "They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it." Just was going by in slow-mo the entire time. I was just cracking up.
Yeah.
Baker was cracking up about it too. She said, but man, yeah, she said, if you're going to post that, she said, we got to fix that speed.
How did she even manage to pull that off in the first place?
I don't even know. She's made so many other videos before, and I don't know how it happened. Yeah, that's never happened before. Although it's iPhone, so who knows?
Well, iPhones are... Well, the hardware in iPhones is exemplary, but the company's trash.
Yeah.
And you know, like all their little proprietary gimmicks and
Hey, Junebug.
software gimmicks and all that. Hey, Boom Jug.
Boom Jug. The greatest man in the world is first, and it's you. That's right, sir. Kind of sounds like Austin Aries. He was a pro wrestler. He called himself the greatest wrestler, the greatest man that ever lived. And he was a great wrestler in the ring for sure, and his gimmick was him acting that way. And it's kind of weird because he managed to pull that off with being a face and a heel, because you kind of would really think a guy who was a heel who would act all stuck up like that for his character would take on a moniker like that, but...
Well, I guess he's just that way.
I reckon so. I think he kind of carried it over when he went to other wrestling associations too, but... It's on fire! Don't stand in the fire. Well, I don't know. Is there a reason for us to stand into this? I mean, should we? Well, no, I don't think it matters. Because it doesn't keep them out.
Says, I don't know.
It doesn't do anything for us. It's just glowing.
Well, it says starts the crystal, so I just assumed you had to kill enemies within the circle. Yeah,
well,
it doesn't really tell you. It doesn't really tell you, so that's just what I figured, you know.
Well, maybe so. Kind of like how it was on Zombie Army 4, where we had to kill zombies.
Well, because you see how the thing lights up every time we kill stuff, so that's, you know.
Yeah.
I was just applying horse logic, you know.
Horse logic. Come here, you dumb, stupid, big beast thing. Come here, beastie.
Kill the son of a bee. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Start acting like Tanya now.
Oh, really? Really?
But I do think it's kind of cool on Game Pass. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these guys. Where they'll have where this is ridiculous. They'll have where you can either stream the game or you can download the game. I don't think all the games have a download ability, but from the ones that I've seen, it seems like they do. So obviously, I'm going to download them. You know, because that takes. You know, it makes more sense to download it than it is to stream it, because you're going to get a tighter, well, you're just going to have it on your system and run it off your system. You're not going to have it running off of the ether.
Stupid bird.
Yeah, I hate these friggin' birds, dude. They just take up such a wide width in a damage radius. It's very irksome. Ooh.
Oh, well, that bird can suck ass. So.
Yeah, they can do it on both cheeks. Ugh. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, there's more. Oh, it was a rest period. Okay, never mind. So I guess maybe we're going to have even more come out now. We're just too fast for it.
Get off.
You know, that new Pokemon game, Arceus is out, and it takes on more of like an action RPG trope to it. I kind of want to look into it a little bit more, even though I've not been a Pokemon kind of guy since Red and Blue back in the 90s. And kind of want to see how they take on the action RPG genre, because apparently it's getting a lot of praise. And I'm hoping that's just not because of the fact that, oh, it's Nintendo, and it's one of their flagship franchises.
Yeah.
I mean, they still get heckled when they end up putting out a game that really isn't up to par, but regardless, I mean, a lot of people still go along that route if it's Nintendo.
Well, a lot of people are Nintendo fanboys just because of nostalgia a lot of the time. You know,
yeah, that too.
I mean, I used to be one of them. I think the first time I became disenfranchised with Nintendo is when they censored Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, what is this? You know, it's like, why did you even release the game if you're going to nerf it, you know?
Yeah, didn't you have to put in a code to be able to bring back the blood?
No, that wasn't Nintendo.
Oh, that was Genesis. I can't remember if it was
Yeah.
Genesis or Super Nintendo, how you enter the blood. Otherwise, it was just sweat that was getting knocked out of them, which I thought was stupid.
Well, no, I take that back. No, it was sweat on the Super Nintendo, but there was a trick you could do, but it basically just turned the sweat red, but it still looks stupid, you know?
Yeah.
No, Genesis didn't censor the blood, but the graphics were kind of crap, and the sound effects were garbage. So I mean, like it kept the, you know, the blood and all that, but the rest of it was kind of lame. They didn't even use like the original music either.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. My handguns are doing more damage than my other guns, it seems like, once again. I don't know how that happens, but I think it's really cool. Because usually you would think, like, oh, you're not really going to use your handguns in the game. Yep, you sure are. Especially with the infinite ammo.
I'm gonna have me a duck dinner.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm going to look on the Game Pass selection and see what type of multiplayer games they got on there too, so that we can also play those. Oh wow, I can't even shoot that enemy up there. It is frozen up on the ledge and I can't even shoot it because apparently it's out of my bullet range. It shows it, but when I try to shoot it, it disappears.
That could be a problem.
Yeah. Well, it just needs to unfreeze and get his butt down here first. Sir, I'm not putting up with your passive aggressiveness. Well, you're
because being passive aggressive is gay.
being aggressive. Well, yeah. We've already seen how that's happened to one person.
That bird has got to go.
Well, bird. My bird's a word. Do you know about the bird? Yes. I don't want the bird. I hate the bird. I want to cook the bird. I want to flip at the bird. Sir, would you stop trying to love up on me?
I like it served cold with a little hot sauce.
There you go. Revenge is a dish best served cold. A bird is a dish best served cold? I don't know. One of the cool things, though, about this game, I will admit, is when you get to be a certain level, it's really cool to just have some kind of mindless fun with this, and that's pretty much what this is. You gotta love games where you don't have to think too much.
Are you shitting me?
You know, it's kind of funny. You remember that whole talk back in the day where they were talking about how games are, it's like, oh, they're going to rot your brain, but it does the complete opposite. At least it does for me. I've kind of really noticed that ever since I've been playing games throughout my life, I don't know, it's like
Well,
I
I mean,
can,
yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it exercises your brain, teaches you hand-eye coordination. You got to think on your feet. You know, you got to strategize. You know, I mean, yeah, that, you know, one of the things that always irritated me about the Christian community and even like the right-wing Republicans and all that is, uh, and of course, this has been a long time coming, so this isn't anything new. But, or I should say it happened a long time ago. But, you know, the right wing essentially just acquiesced and surrendered our culture and entertainment to the left wing. You know, they got on the whole, well, you know, if the population just has, you know, kind of the Ayn Rand philosophy where it's like, well, just present people with the facts and we'll come to the logical conclusion. And all we need to do that is win elections, you know. And they completely just said, nah, we don't have to worry. You know, this culture, movies and television and books and all that is like, yeah, that ain't important. We just got to win elections. That's what matters, you know. And so that's how the left wing basically took over our entire institutions in our culture. Is that the right wing said, yeah, we don't need them, you know. And you can even see that even today about how like Republicans will dismiss, you know, games and gamers and, you know, pop culture and all that. I mean, it's just stupid, you know.
That's the way that I felt about when it came that time with game violence when Trump was still in office, and here's hoping he will be again. Where he was like, you know, when he started talking about violent games and violence and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh great, here we go, this usual politician talk of when it comes to violence and games once again.
Well, you know, as much as I like Trump, there was some stuff he did that I thought was just boneheaded stupid, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
And not only that, but you got to remember Trump, you know, like him or not, is still a boomer, you know.
Yeah.
So he's still got that boomer mentality, you know.
Yep. That's true. But I remember when I ended up making a rant video about that on my channel when we first started hearing about it. And the thing that I ended up mentioning, I was like, Trump probably doesn't know Mario from Luigi or Mario from Zelda or something like that. I was like, he's got all these other guys in his ears that's telling him all this stuff. I said, he probably doesn't even pay any attention to it anyways. He's just listening to what they're telling him, and he's the one who's relaying the message.
Yeah, but, see, that works for other politicians. But, I mean, Trump wrote the book called The Art of the Deal, and he's a billionaire. Like, you can't be that stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't sit there and go, oh, Trump's just listening to the people around him. Well, he's supposed to be smarter than that. That's the whole reason he got elected, because he's not a politician, but...
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but he went on the boomer, video games are bad, okay,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Corrigan, area's clear.
Booyah.
Well done now,
Yeah,
brother.
exactly.
I can send my people back in.
What will you use the metal for?
Then again, it wasn't just the right wing that did it. I mean,
I've got enough munitions to kill everything on this
B.J.
planet
Clinton,
3 times
Bill
over.
Jefferson Clinton's wife, Hillary, or Hillary as I like to call her,
Yep.
They're desperate for
you
some
know,
official
she led the charge back in the day when she was a senator, and going after video games like GTA and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Ooh, a whole bunch of stuff is popping up. Ooh, we doggies. That's a lot of stuff. Accolades level 17.
Yeah, they're worried about video games manipulating kids and stuff. It's like, you know what? Just a couple thousand years ago, kids were going to the Coliseum to watch gladiators fight to the death.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. 5 awards claimed. Oh, well, I'll put this one on. I'm just going to throw all the stuff on, and then I'll go and mod it.
And also, I'm pretty sure back in the Old Testament days, amongst the Jews, kids were out there watching somebody getting stoned to death, So,
Yeah.
All I'm saying, and I'm not saying that stuff was right. I'm just saying that, kids have witnessed a lot worse than, some fake imagery on a television or a computer screen. And it's up to the parent. I mean, if the parents are just dumping their kids off front of a video game to the point to where it's warping their minds, then it ain't the video game's fault.
Exactly.
I mean, my daughter, grew up playing Mortal Kombat, ripping people's spines out and everything else, And she's never even, thrown a punch at somebody,
Exactly. That's been the exact same way that it's been with me. I've never ever done that because obviously I knew how to distinguish between fantasy and reality. And obviously, and it's kind of funny too because here's the thing, like my dad, considering he was like the main one that I really lived with. I lived with my mom some too, but my mom, she never really thought anything about it. I never really had anything to do within the video game space much with her. I did more so with my dad. And he, anytime, and it's weird too, because, God rest his soul, but he was a bit hypocritical in a sense that he would go and complain about some of the games that he would get me that would have the violence in them, but then he would go and actually play some of those said games with me. And I'm like, Dad, and I'm thinking to myself, well, which one is it?
Yeah, you get a little bit of mixed messages here, old man,
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, like the older that I got.
Well, I would say, I think the dad in him was, like, oh man, this is terrible for my kid, blah 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 blah. But then the gamer side of him was like, "Oh man, I want to play this." I think he's probably just conflicted between those two sides of his personality.
One of the funny things, I don't know, maybe I mentioned this to you before, but he had he really loved Sim City on the Super Nintendo. He did that thing where he would leave the console on. Like, obviously you could save to the cartridge, but it was almost like he'd leave it on because he was always wanting to check to see what was going on with his city. And, like on just, a real-time kind of basis. And,
Right.
for that time, it was pretty cool to kind of see what happens with your city. And, I don't know, it was just kind of funny to me how he was with that particular game. That's the only one that I've ever really known that it seemed like he had kind of got addicted to a certain point, but he didn't really bother with anything else unless I was kind of playing it. It always seemed like he was working a lot off and on at home.
Outriders.
So,
Guess we didn't make such a bad team after all.
Damn.
Despite my attempts to sabotage everything.
I was looking at I was looking at some of these weapons here. Man, they're crazy expensive.
that woman needs to wash her mouth out. Where was I going?
Over there.
Yeah, over here. I need to upgrade my gear. Oh, yeah, that's kind of funny. I got the Series S in the mail yesterday, and I ended up getting my new game from GameFly that I rented.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but it's called Beyond a Steel Sky, and it's supposed to be.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like some type of it's like an adventure type game, but it's like has some action elements in it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. but
I
it's
actually
a,
have it on dog.
yeah, it's what I think. There's like two different ones. There's like the one that came out on PC, and I don't know what the name of that was. It was like something Steel Sky, and then this one is Beyond a Steel Sky.
Mm.
So
I think it's Beneath the Steel Sky was the name of it.
yeah, I think that might have been it. So
Well, that's
yeah,
just booty.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was wanting to check it out and see what was up with it. So
No, I didn't know if you noticed, but if you
dadgummit.
decide to do any upgrades, it not only costs titanium, but it costs pod points too.
Yeah, that's probably one reason why we wouldn't want to end up selling them. I actually have been selling my titanium to get me um, some other gear, and then I started to think about it, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to hang on to it from now on because it's going to get annoying having to do that thing where you got to, oh, I got to get this little bit of an upgrade here and a little bit of upgrade. I just rather get the rewards and then level them up and mod them and all this stuff, and not try to feel like I need to do that after every expedition. That just is kind of tedious.
Well, it's even worse because the pod points you would use to spend to buy gear or whatever. I'm having to like I've been upgrading my stuff and I didn't realize it at first. Isaiah's one that pointed out to me last night, and I was like, oh crap. Yeah, I was like, that's where all my pod points have been going is into my upgrades. I didn't even realize because I was so used to them just costing titanium, but now it's titanium and pod points because I went over there and tried to upgrade something, and it was going to cost me like 400 titanium and 1,200 pod points.
Good
Like
grief.
holy crap.
Yeah, exactly, man.
So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore for a at least not for a while anyway.
Not for the foreseeable future. Uh, standard stabilizing. Er,
Yeah.
er,
Ugh.
eh.
Mm.
Ooh, ah.
Yee.
Ee.
Yike.
Ah. Ee. Ooh. Ah. Ee. Just be careful now. We're sounding like inner city Detroit.
Yeah, really.
Alrighty. Let's see what else we got. Oh, wait. Were you done?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making sure. Yeah, see, all these other various ones are popping up here. It's weird. Ooh, this one looks interesting. Let's go to this one, Stargrave. See what that one's like.
Oh boy. That sounds like a space epic movie, Stargrave, coming to a theater near you.
Yeah, I would totally watch that. Kind of sounds like it could come out anywhere between the 80s and today, to be honest. The name seems like it
Now,
fits.
probably more so the '80s, maybe the '90s, but
Yeah.
because that's when a lot of that stuff was coming out. Like Starman, Star Kid. What was the other one?
I caught sight of
Yeah, Alien Nation.
the desert that looks
Um,
even for Enoch.
I
suspect it might be the remains of a meteorite that crashed
I'm trying to think of some other more obscure ones that came out, but I can't think off the top of my head.
Hang on just one quick second. I just want to change my daggum helmet because I look like I have a bunch of alien penises on my head and I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
I like the way the face
Yeah,
in and of itself looks, but
Yeah, you might want to get that one looked at. It's a little bent.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah. Well, this will suffice. I definitely do like this one. I got bones on it, but not as many bones.
Bonehead.
Yeah, exactly. You said bone. Cinco, Cuatro, Trace, Dos, Uno. Why is there a stock here and a stock there?
In case you forgot, I guess.
I reckon. That's just a few feet away and it's still there. Hi guys. Got some roses in the truck.
I ain't got that other thing, but I know it, fella.
Yeah. Oh my, that was... Okay, that's kind of a load of crap. I have this mod on my hands, believe it or not, where it is a melee skill that increases my damage by 100%. What the heck, man?
What?
I keep getting frozen, and these jack-offs are like...
There's a captain down there that has the freeze ability.
Well, he's reaching way too far.
Hey, at least he decided to give you a reach around, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what I think of that.
That's all I have to say about that. What in the world?
What?
I just kept popping this dude in the face, and it's like his health was barely going down. I guess he needed to be frozen first.
These guys are tough.
Yeah, no kidding. We're on that challenge tier 7 or whatever the heck it is. Just bullet spongy out the wazoo.
Hey, yeah.
What are you hiding for? What are you hiding for?
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
Oh, crap. Didn't see those dudes behind us.
Oh, crap. Yeah, I see what you mean now.
Die. Die.
Hang on a second. I'm
My
trying
ass
to
is
get
on
down.
fire.
Ma, my biscuits are burning. Great,
You might want
horny
to,
toast, that's smarts.
hey, Justin, I can use a
Yeah.
little help here.
Oh, I was trying to kill a guy over here. I was trying to get the lower health guys down first so they don't become an annoyance to us.
I gotta catch them with a fire.
You got a who?
They gotta catch them with a fire tornado.
Oh, okay. All I heard was, but I heard you now. There you go.
I know you're used to tuning out Tanya, but come on, man.
Come on, man. Oh, man. That's got to be such a running joke for such a long time, it's not even funny. Come on, man. Tanya was showing me a video when we went to go eat at O'Charlie's last Sunday after church, and it was a Biden where he had some kind of speech or something, and Tucker Carlson was going, and making fun of him again because the thing he was talking about, you couldn't make out what the heck it was. And Tucker was like, Biden's really going to try to really make you believe that that is the way to go. And he was trying to make it seem like it was serious, but he was just making that stupid sound at the same time, which made it even more hilarious.
Yeah.
I definitely pray for our ones in government, because even biblically it states that, but man, the human side gets to you. It's hard.
Oh, I know. It's like a t-shirt I used to have that says, Jesus loves you, but the rest of us think you're an asshole.
Oh wow.
And, you know, yeah, it came across as offensive, but I think it actually encapsulates the way we think. You know, it's like, yeah, the Bible says, you know, we must pray for our enemies and all this other kind of stuff. Pray for our leaders. And, yeah, we have, you know, we have to follow that, you know. But then we have the human side, it's like, yeah, but I don't really want to because these guys are pricks, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
so,
man.
uh-oh. I accidentally hit the wrong button. And I got trailed back here.
Prematurely button pressed.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. What happened?
Oh my goodness, what in the world?
You bastard.
Alright, we ain't having this no more.
Alright, that one's dead.
Come on, you SOBs. Bring your pretty face to my axe.
Come here, you Peter Ducey.
Yeah, what he said.
Nah, that's that was the name of the Fox News reporter that Biden called a stupid son of a bitch the other day.
Oh yeah.
On a hot mic.
Yeah.
It's been all over the news.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See this daggum stupid daggum birds.
Yeah.
The whole freaking area is blanketed in friggin' area AOE attacks. Good grief, man. Quit humping me.
Well, I'm getting rough shot here.
Good grief. I'm trying to, like, take down these stupid friggin' birds. And it's, like, irking my nerves.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, man.
Almost had one of them.
Yeah, one of them down.
Got the other one.
Yeah, thank goodness. Lesser AOEs.
What the heck? Oh, you little jerk off. Get away from me. Well, he really don't like me, does he?
They're starting to not like me now. Oh.
I hate these little sneaky acid spitters, those cheap little bastards.
Yeah, I agree.
There we go. And there's another little acid spitter. Get out of here. Turkey. Well, apparently that ain't it.
Nope, that ain't all.
But I'm going to hang back until my powers... Well, I guess not. Like I was going to hang back till my powers recharge, but somebody had to be all gung-ho.
Well, they were already coming.
Well, you could have hid behind the thing like I was doing.
Good grief, can't even get a chance to try to dodge away from a friggin' freezing attack until the friggin' thing hits you. It's pissing me off.
Man, I just got frozen.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Yeah. One of them old boys back there is just going on a rampage.
Yeah, that's the truth. Dude, I got away from the friggin' thing. I dodged out of the way and it still got me.
Yeah.
So dumb, man. That does not make any sense.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
You're gonna fry. We did.
There's a passage leading below the meteorite. Yep. Reeks of monsters.
Phew.
Reeks of monsters.
And too bad Tanya's not off work. We can get her in here to do some slow motion commentary.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, just saying.
That would be funny.
You're getting your ass
That's great. Now anytime I see a stick, I'm gonna make that joke. I'm gonna say, look honey, it's a stick.
You make me choke on myself.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. I want to see a doctor about that.
Too expensive.
Doctor, I'm choking on myself.
Found themselves a
Well, maybe you need to stop that.
I'm gonna ask if they're willing to give it back.
Well, you know, it's
Zahidi.
I mean, SpongeBob is one of those cartoons that annoys me,
Plenty
but
of rock samples for you to play with.
there was one episode that really cracked me up, and that's when Mr. Krabs decides to open up a Krusty Krab hotel, and you know, the long story short, you know, at the end of it, it ends up crumbling to the ground through shenanigans, and they're in the hospital, and Mr. Krabs got the hospital bill, and he starts flipping out, and Squidward says, "You're not going to have a heart attack, are you?" And he's like, "Not at these prices." Oh, I was dying, you know. 'Cause that sounds like something I'd say, or my granddaddy would say, you know. I ain't having a heart attack at these prices.
Oh man.
That was great.
Yeah, because you know there's humor in there that even the adults would get that the kids wouldn't.
Well, I think that's what happened. Like in the earlier episodes, it was kind of that way, almost reminiscent of like, you know, Looney Tunes and, you know, where they'd have jokes in there that the adults would get, you know.
Yeah, like Ren and Stimpy as well.
I mean, well, Ren and Stimpy was never a kid's cartoon. I mean, because that originally came out on MTV, and it was a lot worse than when it got shifted over to Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
A lot more adult oriented. But but no, I mean, well, no, the reason I referenced Looney Tunes is because, you know, Looney Tunes was actually made for adults. But, you know, obviously kids enjoyed it, but, you know, there was a lot of adult humor in there that the kids wouldn't get. You know?
Yeah.
And, which made them great because, you know, I loved them as a kid, but then when I grew up and was watching them, they were even funnier, you know. And, you know, SpongeBob was kind of that way, you know, at least in the beginning. But, man, the longer it went on, the stupider it got to where it was just like your brain cells were committing suicide one at a time. You know? Getting back into a corner here. I hate it when the enemies get right up on you the way the camera zooms in to where you can't even see your figure. Like, man, I thought this was supposed to be third person. What happened here?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if anything, let it exit out through the geometry of the environment so you can at least see what's happening.
Yeah, for real. Look at this jerky chasing after me.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Out of my way, acid spitter.
I'm falling. I fell.
Oh no. Oh. You meant just physically. I thought you meant you fell as in like.
Yeah, no. I almost thought,
no.
I thought I was going to die for a second because I was like, am I going to fall down a hole? But no.
Doesn't go down the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't put that in this game, obviously. Or even fall damage for that matter, which I'm happy for.
Yeah, get off my grill. Oh. Yeah. Keep swiping at the turret.
Yeah, keep hitting it. You big dummy.
But I'm behind the trees.
Why can't you just die? There you go, you're dead. Exploded.
Boom.
Boom
It's
shakalaka.
slow.
Yeah. Your challenge tier has been raised by a +1.
Yay.
Break all the stuff.
Outrider detected.
Give me
Access
all
granted.
things. All too easy.
What time is it? Okay.
I don't know. It is 11:34.
Yeah. Okay. You got everything?
Yup. I just auto loop.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I think it all just gets sucked up into you anyways, if I'm not mistaken.
If you say, I'll take your word for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. This friggin' heater, man, I was like, it'd just be my luck. They had like 6 of them that was sitting there, and I had to grab one of them that didn't work worth a fart.
Yep.
And then again, they might all be like that. I don't know. Good lord, you did over 39 million damage? I suck.
Caravel must have been a fun ship.
Yeah, also got a little bit better accuracy. Yeah, you only killed 22 enemies? Holy crap.
I just spray and pray, usually.
Let's see what I got.
That's a weird looking helmet.
Oh, what do you think? Do one more and then break for lunch?
That's alright with me. That way
I figure probably be around about noon by the time we get done with another one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm just gonna go mod this dwell.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to have to repeat a lot of these missions because every time we go up a tier, everything gets more expensive. Whether it's upgrading or buying stuff from Engine Joe or what, you know.
Yeah, well, the way that it is with me, I remember you talking about the Outriders on the Xbox, and honestly, man, I mean, even though it would load better, I'm definitely not going to be going back to it on another system. I'll just stick with this one, and if by chance it gets better and I ever happen to get a PS5, maybe I'm pretty sure I could just transfer my save. But yeah, I'm not going to go back on that one. But when it boils down to the expeditions here too, I'm only going to feel like I'm going to go so far to enough point where it's going to hold my attention, and once I feel like I'm kind of done with them, then I'm just going to wait until the new content comes out. I mean, considering I've also got the Xbox now, I mean, we can go find some other multiplayer games to play as well.
True.
You may already end up having some of them.
Guess the future's never gonna be exactly what
I don't know, because just because it's an Xbox title doesn't automatically mean it's cross-platform. So we'll
True.
have to check and see.
Which is
But
stupid.
there's a greater chance. Well, you got to remember, I mean, this is only something recent that Microsoft's been doing. So
Yeah.
um, just in the last few years. So I mean, there's a greater chance of finding cross-platform games between the Xbox and PC than there is of the PC and the PlayStation. So
Yeah.
uh, we'll definitely have a greater chance of it.
Mhm. Let me see here. I'm gonna change up how my thingies look. Well, hang on a second here now. What in the world? So wait a minute. I've got like two assault rifle things going on here. What the heck is this crap? Assault rifle standard. Assault rifle sharpshooter. Yep. Oh well. I'll just use both of them. I'll just see what the
You
mods are for them.
having a little sinus trouble there, buddy?
Yeah, just a little bit. I think I need to go get some nasal spray for myself again because I have my allergy meds, but I think I need to get the spray again. Hell shot, tool of destruction. Yeah, we're gonna change that out. All right, you ready?
Yeah. I believe I
Yeah.
did all I need to do.
Plant Coliseum. Oh, we can go to the Coliseum over here, which is another one of these. It's got a different look to it. Yeah, we'll go to this one, but I have to use the drop pod stuff to be able to go to it. But start expedition for 1,100 drop pods. What the heck, man? It said that I had enough. Why is it saying 1,100 when it's showing me 90?
No, it says it starts at that, meaning, but the higher the tier, the more expensive it gets.
Ah, yeah, yeah. It's saying it looks like that's a minimum of 8, and we're at tier 11. So you probably don't want to drop it down to 8 unless you want to check the place out, see what it is, because you can only get to places like this with these resources, and we haven't done that yet.
The only downside is that, going down to tier 8, we're not going to get as good a gear.
Yeah. Oh well, We'll just forget that then. I don't know why they have something like that. Okay, so we had been there.
Because basically you're paying for the higher percentage of epic and legendary gear, essentially.
Yeah. I don't think
So
we've
it's
been
kind
to
of a
this
rip.
one. I'm not sure. Maybe we have, maybe we haven't. It kind of looked like it was familiar, but I can't remember the name of it.
Well, no, my whole thing about replaying Outriders on the Xbox Series S is that, like, if you wanted to start over with a new character, you know, then I would do it on there instead of the PlayStation, just cause.
Yeah,
Some time
that makes
ago,
sense.
Juno scouts reported a pod streaking through the sky near a sacred monument in the ancient ruins. It's bound to have attracted the wrong kind of attention.
Oh yeah, we haven't done
Be
this one.
careful, my friend.
Refill your thingies. Okay. Who puts wood on an assault rifle? I mean, really.
Never owned one, have you?
Looks like Kang's fighters.
All kinds of them have wood on them.
I mean, this kind of wood. Oh, I didn't change the modification for my thingy. Well, this one's fast. I like this one. The other one is not. Yeah. Actually, this looks more like bone than wood. So.
Have you ever seen an AK-47? With like half of it's wood.
Yeah.
As long as you said it, I'm like, what?
I kind of felt like they'd mainly be made out of metal nowadays.
Well, in some instances, yeah. I mean, I've got one that's all. I've got an AR-15 that's all. But,
Yeah.
but no, they still make them with wood. They're just more expensive. And, you know, wood went up in price dramatically, so now everything with wood is expensive.
Yeah, so expensive.
Oh, I could have swear I saw a red top back there. Red dot, we ain't in India.
Shoot the thing. There we go.
And up to that.
Whoa, there's like a lot of snipers. I could look up there on the mini map and tell that.
Yeah, I see it. I'm being a prick.
Well, whatever works, right?
Exactly.
Hey, Kirsty, how you doing?
Kirsty.
No more headpiece? Not at the moment. Kinda got.
Something
Yeah.
I should know about.
Yeah, this is a weird headpiece. Looked like I had a bunch of alien boners on my head, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna change this around, at least the look of it. Oh my gosh, there's a red ring of death. Haha! That's a pun. For the original 360. Yeah, I'm doing good. All things considered, I reckon. I got my Xbox Series S in yesterday, which I'm going to get the X at some point later on down the line, but I got the S in, so I've been messing with that a little last night just to try to... Okay, these dudes just kind of like automatically spawned in front of me.
Yeah, those guys weren't up there.
Nope,
earlier.
sure weren't. Gotta get the heck out of here. But anyways, so yeah, I've messing around with some of that last night and gonna get back on it again today before I head into work, considering I go into work a little later. But digging the Game Pass right now on it, that's for sure.
Oh my God, you sent me a message last night. Like, dude, this Game Pass isn't healthy for me.
Yeah, yeah,
That was funny.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and another thing is I wasn't being like overtly serious or anything about it. I was just meaning
No,
for it
I
to be
know.
funny,
Well,
but it's
I
still.
said it was funny. But you're talking
Yeah.
about being serious, and I literally just said it was funny.
Oh yeah, I know. Serious
Don't
funny.
overanalyze.
Seriously funny. Funny serious kind of thing. But, I mean, it is good because it gives me access to Xbox titles that I haven't played for one. And, well, other games that aren't even on PlayStation right now. They might be in the future, or maybe they're just not, period. So, it, you know, I mean, it doesn't give me access to, like, everything, I'm sure. But there's definitely enough on there for now.
That sniper is a prick.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
I gotta find that dude.
Ooh. I don't know what that was, but okay. I gotta go refill my blammo.
Oh, the captain's got the sniper
Hey, gummit, where's the ammo thing?
over there.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, quit dancing, you little bitch. He just kept going back and forth around that freaking crate. Like, man, you know.
Called out. You said you called out of work?
Yeah, she wanted to watch us stream.
Well, I appreciate your dedication, madam.
Who the hell? Somebody's taking down my health like hardcore. I don't know who it is.
Sometimes I wonder if that just stuff happens randomly. Because you know, with all these enemies on screen, it almost seems to me like it's just spawning damage out of nowhere sometimes. Because it's like I can't even see where some of the attacks are even coming from.
Well, I got rid of that son of a bitch. All right.
Son of a female dog. Oh, Agent called me out. Oh, okay, I got you.
An Asian called her out.
No. She said Agent called me out when I was talking about the laughing thing. Or, I mean, the laughing thing. The being serious thing about all the Game Pass games.
Oh.
Yeah. An Asian called her out.
That's what I heard, you know. Like, man, little Oriental bastard, you know.
Ornamental?
Yeah, hang him on the Christmas tree.
Yeah! Oh, that's not good. That's some Mordor stuff there. Mordor.
You know the crap I've been hearing about the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon? Like, man, I think I'd rather see a series based on the games rather than the garbage it sounds like they're going to put out.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame you.
I mean, even though I know the games aren't really canon, but man, it still had a more interesting premise, I think. Because basically they're just gonna do a prequel and then gay it up, you know.
Yeah. And it's like I said, and it's like you mentioned before, if Tolkien's son was still alive, I really don't think that this would be happening. Either number one, they wouldn't have a show, or number two, they wouldn't be woking it up.
Well, you notice that this didn't even get the green light until after Chris died, you know. So,
Yeah.
you know that that's what they were waiting on, was for him to kick the bucket so they could, move ahead with it.
Yeah.
I think it was his son's name, Chris, wasn't it?
I'm not
Pretty
sure.
sure it was. I'm like 90% sure that was it. Oh, here. Oh, yeah, I knew we couldn't get away from these pricks.
Yeah, always, always, always with the guys. Oh, wait a minute, I already had some down. That was cool, though, how they all just froze on contact like that.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was some Class A stuff right there. Explosion. Have to be vaccinated for the clinical program, but the places they contracted to don't require vaccines. Oh, you mean like your school work or classes you're going to kind of thing?
Wait. Did he say her, school is requiring her to get vaccinated? Man, screw that. I tell him, I'm paying for it. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's that or if it's just a specific program that they have going on there. Dadgummit. Pull out the guns.
Shit, I can't even see. I'm surrounded. Oh, thank God for that.
School
Eat that,
requires.
you wanker.
Well, she said schools require it. Hospitals are hell that don't require it. Paid extra to do clinicals. They didn't have that rule at the time. Well, if they didn't have it at the time, then you shouldn't. As far as I'm concerned, you shouldn't have to worry about having anything to do with it because you weren't aware of it then. If you knew about it beforehand, before going into it, I wouldn't have been doing it. I would have went to something else.
Well, the Supreme Court really screwed the medical workers because even though they ruled that Biden's vaccine mandate couldn't be applied to private businesses and all that, they did say that any medical facility that received government funding like Medicare or Medicaid and stuff like that, that they could instantiate a vaccine mandate. And I thought that was atrocious.
Must be a way to activate it.
A lot of the justices on the Supreme Court really screwed them.
I kind of feel like it was an act of God that I ended up getting out of the medical profession when I did. So me getting fired from that hospital was probably actually a good thing.
Oh, shit, I'm stuck.
Oh gosh. That's what she
that
said.
Was close.
Oh, that's what he said. Yeah, it definitely doesn't make any sense. And what's funny is when I got canned from the hospital that I was recently working at, this was like when COVID was in its infancy, when it was just like, oh, there's something happening overseas, and oh, there's a few people that's starting to get it. You know, it was just like whatever kind of thing. And it happened where I got canned from there, and no kidding, a few weeks later is when it seemed like it started to really ramp up. So I just felt like that was an act of God.
I heard that.
Not to also mention the fact that I feel like it was even more an act of God, considering I'm at a place now where they treat their workers better, and I'm getting paid more. So there's that. You know, one step at a time. I mean, there's some other things that I want to happen there too, but either that'll come in its own good time, if God wills it, or I'm just I'll end up trying to find something else. So it is what it is. I mean, it's good to know you can actually work around people that know how to keep things lighthearted there too. So hey, Brad, if you're currently watching this, my ex-boss, you can go screw yourself because you suck at your job. So suck it. I mean, really, dude. And let me tell you something else, Brad. It's not just me that's saying it. It's everybody else that worked in that department with me. You freaking suck. And your little Jeffrey Epstein boss that you got going on there, he can suck it too. No kidding, dude. His boss looked like Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not kidding you. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Your whole
Really
company.
don't like this.
Yeah. Brad, your whole company sucks. It really does. I hope you got fired. Because I ended up finding out they ended up going and changing over the company that cleans the hospital there. So now it was just based strictly around the hospital in and of itself. It wasn't like contracting out a company to come in there and clean the place up or anything like that. So apparently it works out a lot better because it really gives the workers their better benefits, and it may even end up giving them more pay, probably. So it's kind of a shame that that happened also, you know, sometime after I left, but then again, at the same time, I'm still glad that I got away from there.
Yeah. Well, you know how much that dude was all over me?
It's your cologne, man.
Gotta be. Yeah, when it said Axe for Men, I thought men were supposed to wear it, not who they were was going to attract.
Exactly. Oh, man. Anyone named Brad is set for failure. Oh, boy.
Yeah, how many successful people do you know that's named Brad? Not
I don't know. I will say this, though. Yeah, Kirsty. The way, honest to goodness, like the way that he would handle that department was asinine. The only thing that he would do is try to make himself look good in front of the higher-ups of the hospital. Anything that he would do that would try to look good for us, he was actually doing it for himself. He didn't care about us. The only thing he cared about was trying to make himself look good in front of his peers. I mean, when you go and you bring multiple problems up to a guy who's in management multiple times,
Holy fuck!
and you're employees are constantly complaining about it and you're not bothering to do anything about it when they know what's going on because they're working the job and they know what's happening? Yeah. Yeah, you suck at your job because you're not addressing a problem that needs to be addressed. I don't care who gave you the job. If you suck at it, you suck at it. That's all there is to it. Your status don't mean jack diddly. Really. Because at the end of the day, you're just another meatbag out there in society. You don't piss gold and poop rainbows.
Man, I am sick of... Oh, that's why I was getting hurt. You son of a bitch. Yeah, that big son of a bitch over there.
Yeah.
He'll put out a circle, and if you're inside it, you start taking toxic damage.
They need to have, like, faster ways of being able to get out of areas like that. Like, it's just ridiculous. Although, I will admit, I do end up having this ability on a piece of my armor that when I roll, it ends up increasing my armor by a certain amount for, like, 10 seconds, I think. So, in a way, it probably would reset itself every time while I'm rolling, I would guess.
Yeah.
Oh my
Kirsty still on the
gosh.
stream?
I guess she is.
I was just wondering because I was curious as to what she's going to do about that whole vaccine mess.
Dadgummit, man. There's no way for you to be able to aim down any kind of sights whatsoever when you're in such a cluster death like this. There really isn't. Or barely is any time to do so.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that friggin' circle that big monster puts down, too. I keep forgetting about it because I'm too busy shooting these son of a bitches, and then my health starts going down.
Yeah, exactly.
See, here we go again with that stupid ass circle.
Oh my gosh. There's like no way for me to be able to dodge fast enough. This is ridiculous.
Can't get out the frickin'...
Dadgummit, and I'm stuck in a daggum corner in a... Okay.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
That's some bull.
What the...
Oh, for crying out loud.
Get off me, you faggot!
pretty much just circling around the area trying to kill them off, but...
Yep. They just dogpiled all over you.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well,
Be mine after all, Outrider.
Oh well. That's life. Oh, she says she's not getting vaccinated. She was... You want to see where it puts us at the retry? And if it puts us all the way back, just...
it's going to put us all the way back at the beginning.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, it's after 12. We might as well go ahead and go for lunch, I'd say.
Yeah.
So... yeah. Sending emails, not getting the vaccine. Well, that's good then. You know, it's kind of funny at my store. They're going and talking about how everybody's getting COVID and they're being out sick and all this stuff. And you know, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here, but I thank God that I haven't gotten it. You know, I thought it was kind of funny last night when I was thinking about it. I was like, what if I am the only person in the store, or one of the only people in the store that works there that doesn't get it? You know.
Well,
So,
actually, there's another possibility is that you did get it, but you were asymptomatic.
yeah, that could be the case, because I mean there had been a couple times though where I kind of felt like down and out and everything was following me, just like I ended up telling you last week, where I felt like I was just getting chills and cold and didn't feel good and nothing like that, and it felt like to me like it was flu-like symptoms, or it could have been COVID symptoms, you know. But I took some aspirin, went to bed, and woke up and everything was fine. And then there was a time last year where I ended up going and feeling like I was getting chills and feeling bad. Maybe it could have been flu, maybe it could have been COVID, I don't know. But I did the exact same thing, went to bed, woke up, and was fine. So,
Yeah, because there's like 20% of the population that so far hasn't had any symptoms when they got it. So,
well, I hope to God that that's the case. They're like, you're a rare breed. Well, you know.
yeah, but the thing of it is like when my kids got it, it was just like, you know, pretty much having a cold, you know.
Yeah.
Or like having the flu. So I mean, it sucked, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary, you know.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it was for me because I'm middle aged and got loads of health problems. So I had those underlying conditions you always hear about that. You know, people dying from COVID. They're all like, "Oh, he died from COVID." Well, yeah, but then you know you find out that they had heart problems, diabetes, and you know whatever else. You know, like, well, you know that might have something to do with it too. But you know, they like to fudge those numbers because the more COVID cases they got, the more federal funding they get. So.
Yeah, like we aren't so many billions of dollars in debt already.
Yeah, trillions of dollars.
Yeah, trillions of dollars. Yeah. There you go. Well, you already...
Well, Kurt. Yeah, I'm already out of the game. I was just going to say to Kirsty, I'm glad she's not getting the vaccine because you shouldn't be forced to get it if you don't want it. This ain't China, you know.
Yeah.
It's not yet.
China.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The woohoo virus. The kung flu. Anyways.
Yeah, the commie cough. Pinko pox.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, Kirsty, we're going to go ahead and end the stream now. We appreciate you coming in, but I'll probably be back later with something, or maybe we'll both be back again a little later with something, maybe tomorrow, maybe even, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what'll go down. But,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But appreciate people checking out the live version, the archived version, and thank you, Kirsty, for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next stream. But I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later, taters. Later, taters. All right, we got to turn the stream on. You take it easy too, madam. Thank you kindly for coming in.